prototyping instruments for a fully fledged permanent house that's also a musical instrument. And Swoon, this artist we're working with, has developed the shell, the house, the sculpture little element, and now we have to figure out how to make it make noise and how to make it beautiful and variable. We're trying to make a musical house. That was an idea developed with Swoon about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. We asked her to come down to New Orleans. We had a property on this lot where you're seeing all these buildings. It was from the 1790s. It was an old Creole cottage, the oldest in this neighborhood, called the Bywater. And we wanted to save the facade. Historic facades are very important around here, but the back was a complete mess. So we asked Swoon to come down, and she took a look, and we had some idea of parasiting on the structure and making it a performance space, keeping the facade, tearing down the back. But in the process of tearing it down, the whole thing just went onto the ground. It was old. So we saved all the boards, some of which is this stuff called barge board, which the city is kind of made of. It's the wood that barges were built out of, and they came down the Mississippi, and then they were dismantled, and the wood was used for houses. And it's actually this great hardwood that is termite resistant, which is important down here. So a lot of these big wood, beautiful panels that the town is made of, it's called barge board. So everything about this site is tying into the history of the site, the history of the wood even, you know, it's quite a loaded narrative. We are the most blighted city in America. Detroit has some more spectacular blight because they have these huge buildings, but per capita we have more blight than any other city in America. And I've long been making an argument with the city that artists should have a role in dealing with this blight. We have a new mayor in office, and he is very anti-blight and trying to get some good things done, but I think that rather than just tearing tons of stuff down, that there's a role for creative people who look at this blight in a slightly different way than your average neighbor who's just pissed off about it. You know, we see like possibility and materials, and I think we've done a pretty good job of expressing our vision with this project. Right now, we're preparing for our grand opening tonight, where we've got a bunch of musicians, both local and out of town, one from Iceland, New York, and they are all really great experimental sound compositionists, and we feel like we're in great hands, and we're going to see what can happen tonight with our musical instruments.